Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. And today it's going to be this year's spring podcast special. And today, joined with Tom, and it's going to be really cool because me and Tom kind of went to school a little bit together. And yeah, it's going to be really cool because Tom has Crohn's, and it's going to be really interesting to speak about that and a couple other things as well. And yeah, a little bit of a catch up as well. So, Tom, hello. I hope you're doing okay.
Hello, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Long time no see, I think.
It has been a very long time.
Yeah. I think the last time I remember us seeing each other was in school a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Um, God, that was must have been 3, 4 years ago.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, very long
crazy.
time. It
Yeah.
is.
Very, very, very long time. Well,
Mm.
it seems longer than it was. Um,
Yeah, it does.
yeah. It's, but it's really cool. It's really
Yes,
cool. I
very
guess we
cool.
stayed in contact. Um,
We did.
yeah. Because you don't do that with everyone, do you?
No, no,
Yeah.
definitely not.
Yeah. I guess the only people you like.
Yes, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah. So Tom, just for anyone who doesn't know who you are, like, would you mind just doing a little introduction of yourself?
Yeah, my name's Tom. I used to go to Marketfield for quite some time when I was in primary school all the way up to college. I've got a few conditions, Crohn's and colitis. They're the main ones, and that that is it.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. So 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 you was diagnosed with Crohn's colitis last year.
Yes, I was.
Yeah. And like when what like was that the first time you heard of it? Like when you got diagnosed?
I heard of it before, so I knew a few people who had Crohn's and colitis and had bags.
Hmm.
So I knew of it. I never thought I had it.
No.
And
Yeah.
then, like over time, obviously, because I didn't have any treatment for it, it just so slowly became a lot worse. And then they done a video capsule and endoscopy and colonoscopy, and they diagnosed me with it.
Yeah. Did you have that horrible drink that you got to drink?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
very not nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Every 15 minutes, isn't it? Like you gotta have another
It
one.
is. Yeah,
Yeah. Like
it ain't good. Not a good drink.
did 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 you put any juice with it? When you
Um, oh, I don't remember what juice it was. I know I had juice in it.
yeah.
I don't
That
remember.
don't really help, does it?
No, no, it made no difference.
No difference at all. Um but that's how I got diagnosed too. I did that like exactly the way you did.
Yeah,
But like it took about for me it took about 15 minutes to drink the drink that you're having, and then you
yeah,
got another 15 minutes. So for me, it's as soon as I finished maybe one jug cup, and then I get refilled as another
yeah,
one. It's pretty it's pretty lame, isn't it? But I guess it's
yeah.
good in a way that you get you diagnosed.
Mm. No, it was an interesting experience, I would say.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, it's not the friendliest of experiences, but at least you got diagnosed.
Yes, that is a positive
It
to
can
be
be really
found
hard.
out.
It can be really
Yeah.
hard to get diagnosed. So before you was diagnosed, I guess, um, how did the or like all this come about? Like, what, what do you experience like problems before?
Yeah,
Like before you felt?
I experienced some problems before. I mean, I had colitis since I was like 7, 8, but
Okay.
they never looked into if I had Crohn's as well. Um, but like over time, when I was like maybe 13, 14, I just started to get like really bad stomach aches. I couldn't leave the house just because I always like had a flare up. Um, and like I always felt like just a bit tired all the time and not like refreshed when I woke up from sleep. I just always felt tired and that.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Mm,
like it's very different, isn't it? To
yeah,
like person that doesn't have that kind of stuff going on. I'm kind of
mm,
tired. Um because I remember when I went to school, and I would go home and I'd fall
yeah,
asleep in the middle of the day. I would go home, fall asleep, um,
mm,
and there was one situation at college, and it wasn't at Markerfield College. It was the one I went afterwards. And what happened was there was like a little game, like like PE,
yeah,
and we played a little football match, um, and everyone wanted to pick me on their team because they thought I was good. And I was so tired because I tried really hard. I wanted to score the
yeah,
goals and pass it about and that. And then I got my team got to the final and I was so tired. I was falling asleep. And then teacher says, you know when teachers say they understand your Crohn's, and I think they only say that
yeah.
sometimes because they just don't want to say they're not gonna say they don't understand it, are they?
No, no,
Um, and then the teacher says, "Are you going to join in?" I said, I'm tired, and I'm too tired." And then they ended up saying, which it did. I guess it did offend me when they were saying it, but teacher says, "Are you going to let your team down?" And then I didn't really say anything back because there was no point. I had no energy to say anything.
no.
But and then that kind of proves like that they don't always understand. They just think you're letting your team down when that's not the case.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I do believe when people say like, "Oh, they get it." Some people do,
Mm,
and some people just aren't educated enough to understand it.
yeah, yeah,
They haven't learned about it, so they won't understand it.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, like not everyone's going to
yeah.
understand it. Um, you don't expect everyone to understand it, really.
No,
Um,
no. But I do like believe like when people a lot of the time when people say like, "Oh, we understand what you're going through," and that
mm,
it's a bit of a 50-50 chance if you do or you don't.
yeah, 50-50.
Yeah, yeah,
Because sometimes like people will say like if you say you got like people have like with your Crohn's you have like maybe bad stomach aches and stuff, and you sometimes you'll
yeah,
get that from people who say I have a stomach ache too, and
yeah.
like it's more, I guess it's more than a stomach ache for us sometimes because it's
Yes.
it's um it's not a very nice feeling, is it?
No, and the stomach ache you can get rid of. You can take some medication, or a few days later it'll be gone.
Hmm.
This ain't going in a few days.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
not it's not it's not the best, but like
no,
like I think when I was in that pain, I tried to have a hot water bottle and not think about it because I felt if you don't think
yeah,
about it, if you keep play a game or do something else,
yeah.
that can maybe distract it because I think if you're thinking about the pain more, it maybe hurts more.
Mm. No, I do stuff to distract myself
Yeah,
at like certain times and that.
yeah, yeah. What
But,
what
like, I mean,
what
hmm,
hobbies do you have, Tom? Like what do you like to
um,
do?
I play Xbox. I play some games on there, like what games do I play? Like Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed,
Hmm?
all of them sort of games. I love like open world games.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, like I like going out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I go out a lot with my brother. He lives in Chelmsford.
Okay.
So I'll go up there a lot to see him and his girlfriend and that, stay over, go out for a night.
Yeah. Have a little trip.
Yeah. Um, that's a, that's about it. I mean, sometimes I watch football sometimes.
Yeah.
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 Um,
Do
I
you
don't.
support a team or do you just like watching it?
No, I do. I do support a team. I support Liverpool.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Well, I say they're doing well at the moment, but they
they're
are.
not.
They won their last game, so. But
Yeah, that's good.
yeah. Yeah.
At least they didn't lose.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. It's good they didn't lose, but yeah. Have you ever been to like a football stadium to watch a game, or you just watch at
Oh,
home?
I've been to um the Arsenal Stadium. I've watched a game there.
Okay.
I used to do a lot of stuff with Colchester Football Club.
Mm.
Um, I used to like do like the mascots. Is it mascots or where you walk onto the pitch with them?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Like, wait, I think they do an activity and then you can go to a free game, or something.
Yeah, yeah, and I used to always meet them in Colchester General in the children's ward.
That's really cool.
I don't. Yeah, I lost count how many times I met them.
Yeah, yeah, but culture's not doing well either, so
No, no.
um,
I haven't got the best choices, but the ones I'll stick with.
yeah, yeah. Like, I think it is good to have like things to distract us though. If
Yes. Yeah.
if things are bad at a specific time.
Mm.
But it's good that you knew about it before, about like a little bit about it, about Grimes, because
Yes. Yeah.
maybe a little bit prepared, perhaps. When did
Yeah.
you think it done? No.
I mean, I'm a part of the Crohn's and Colitis UK,
Hmm.
and that's a very helpful sort of site.
Yeah.
I mean, the Facebook group on it. I remember posting up my first ever infliximab.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember posting my first ever one, and to be fair, I got a lot of like help and support, and people saying like, if you don't understand, please message me, and so it's very helpful.
Are you still on that now, infliximab?
Yes,
Yeah. So
yeah.
how have you been on that a while? You're infliximab.
Um, yeah, about a year now. I've been on it. I have it every 6 weeks.
And you go to hospital to have infusion.
Yeah, so I go to um UCLH in London.
Okay. All
Yeah.
all the way to London.
All the way to London.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ain't fun. I would rather do it in Colchester, but um, when I was younger, obviously my care was all under Great Ormond Street Hospital.
Hmm.
And then obviously when I got to 18, I obviously had to transition to UCLH and Royal London.
Hmm. Yes, you spend a day in
Yeah,
London then, can't you?
yeah, yeah. We do go well. We used to go to London quite a bit.
Yeah,
I mean, it is nice going up to London, but it just like it costs a lot.
does, yeah. Right.
Yeah,
I think last time I went was when I was 19. I went for my 19th birthday. Um
yeah.
and I went up the Shard for it.
Oh, nice.
I didn't have a meal or anything 'cause it's too expensive, but um
Yeah,
but yeah, it's very expensive like in London.
yeah, yeah.
But but um
But I do always think they have very good like hospitals and that.
hmm,
I mean, for some hospitals, I do. They're still good hospitals. Just like if you go to like UCLH, there's a bit of a difference.
hmm,
Why, like some departments, obviously, they can do much more like testing. They have different machines what other hospitals don't have.
definitely.
So they do a lot of when I went up there for um one of my conditions, I had like this brand new machine what was only been out for like she said a month. I mean, I'd never do it again, it's bloody creepy.
Yeah, yeah. It is. It sounds it. Um.
Yeah, it was like this big old thing, and they put your head through like this hole, and it scans you.
Ah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. We'll be getting cyber technology in the future, aren't we?
Yeah.
But so like with the infliximab, is it working all right? Like, do you think?
Yes, it does. It works very well. I mean, like when I was first put on it, I was on it for so it started off every week, then it went to every 2 weeks, and obviously now 6 weeks, and I have it again.
Hmm?
But I do feel a much more better when I have it. There's a big difference I can notice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's good. Like, do you remember like the first time you had it and like
yeah,
having like like they got to put the cannula in, haven't they, and everything and
yeah.
stuff like that. Do you get anxious about
I used to when I was younger. I think now I would say I'm just used to it.
that? Yeah, okay. It's
Over
then
time, over time, just having so many of them, I just sort of got used to it.
yeah. Do
I
you
mean, I still don't like it.
Yeah, not the best, is it?
No,
Yeah.
no,
Um.
it's not.
Um. Like, do you like to see the same people like put them in, or don't you mind who does it if they just do?
Um, there's normally at the where I have it, there's normally only two people who do cannulas.
Hmm, that's
So I mean, I've got the same person every time I've went.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's good.
he's a nice guy. I
Yeah,
mean, he's never he's never had to do it twice. He's always got it in first time.
yeah. Like I when I went to because I was on infliximab as well.
Yeah.
And when I was on it, I would always drink before. Like it's like having a blood test, really. Um,
Mm.
because they put needles in you and they got to find the vein. Um, and
Yes.
um, and whenever they say to me, because it's happened, and someone can't find it, and I'll say to them, well, I've drunk 2 liters this morning. So I don't know how you can't find a vein.
No, sometimes it can be a bit annoying. Sometimes you go to have like your cannula put in all of that, and they'll be like, "We can't really see anywhere
Mm,
to go." And I've had this a few times where they'll be like, "I can't really see anywhere, but we're gonna try here." And to be fair, I never let them like when they put the needle in and start like moving it about to find it.
yeah.
Yeah, I always say no, take it out.
Yeah, there was this I guess trainee woman once
Yeah,
and then the I guess the woman I'm used to having said can this trainee person try and do it and then I said yeah okay because I'm kind I said yeah but then like you say she
mm.
started fiddling and it was about a few minutes and I think my dad said probably to stop because it shouldn't take that long. It only takes a few seconds and it's in. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
um, and then yeah, it's why I like to when I have had them, I like to have it people I'm used to.
yeah.
Not just a person that can't do it straight away. Like
Mm.
especially if they're fiddling. Like if they're fiddling, you know, it's not gonna be
Yeah,
that good.
it ain't gonna last long.
Yeah, yeah,
But
and I think that training woman, one of the people who did mine and couldn't do it, went to person across, and then didn't get it in their vein. So I made the right choice.
yeah,
Um,
if they can miss cannula for 2 people,
yeah, definitely.
mm,
Um, but yeah, so I was on it for a year as well. Um,
yeah,
and then I had a little bit of a reaction to it, so I had to come off it.
What you on now? Don't mind me
Um,
asking.
I'm on Humira. So I take Humira every 2 weeks. Um, like it's
Right.
at home, so I don't have to go in for it. Like an injection. Um,
Right. What sort of like injection? Is it an injection or a tablet or?
well, like an EpiPen.
Yep.
But basically, it's that. And you can either get injected either in your stomach or your thigh. I prefer it with my thigh, just because it's easier.
Right. Yeah.
Um, like what I do is like say I have it in my right leg, perhaps 1 week, and then 2 weeks later I just swap it around, do it in the other leg.
Yeah. I have something like that. 'Cause, when I was younger, they found out I had a growth deficiency disorder.
Hmm.
So they gave me um this medication, like in like an injection form. It goes into your thigh, to replace like the hormones will make you grow and everything else. I didn't have any, so they put me onto this medication, and I've been on it for five 5 years, maybe 6 years now.
You still take it now?
Yeah, I still take it now. I got delayed bone age, so my I'll be on it until my bones catch up with my age.
Okay.
So at the moment, my last time I had a scan, my bones were 10, 10 years old. I mean, I'm turning 19 on the 17th.
Yeah.
So it's still quite delayed, but like when I was younger, maybe like 13, they were like 5.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Like what kind of are they just tablets you take then for that?
No, it's an
I
injection
was
into
injection.
the thigh. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
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 So yeah, it's quite good. Simple.
Yeah. Not so simple, yeah.
Mm, yeah,
Um, um, but like yeah, I hear it every 2 weeks, and um, I take azathioprine and vitamin D as well.
yeah.
Um, I yeah, because like fatigue. And azathioprine just been on it ever since I was diagnosed. Um,
Yeah, I was on it when I was younger, and then I got taken off of it because they said it can do harm to the body.
yeah, yeah,
And but to be fair, when I came off it, I said to them, it's made me even more poorly. I feel even more like tired and all of that sort of stuff. And I said, it's only happened since I came off the azathioprine.
mm,
Um, and literally when they diagnosed me with Crohn's, I would say it was about after the diagnosis, about 3 hours, and I was put back on azathioprine.
yeah. Are you still on it now
Yeah,
then, azathioprine?
yeah, yeah. I take 2 tablets
Yeah,
at night.
yeah. I take all my azathioprine tablets in the morning, um and then at night I have my vitamin D.
Yeah,
Um and yeah. I got my own tablet box, so sometimes I forget to take my vitamin D sometimes. Um,
yeah.
um, and then I'll get told, I say, you forgot to take your tablet. Oh, yeah.
To
Um,
be fair, I sometimes forget to take my tablets, but I do. I always remember the night ones, nighttime ones.
yeah, yeah, you're the opposite of
Mm.
me then. Yeah, but yeah, so on those injections 2 weeks, every 2 weeks, and then the reaction I had of the infliximab was I was on it a year, and I was coming. I think it was about to be my 10th infusion, and
Yeah,
like you say, 10 is a lucky number. It worked for me. Um, so like when you have your loading doses when you have your infliximab, like I think you're
yeah.
15 minutes before the actual drug begins and puts
Hmm.
it in. I think my dad went with me every time, so he would take me and just be there. Um,
Yeah.
and then of course the more you go, the more quicker you can be done. So you can
Yes.
go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And at this point, within that first 15 minutes, I started to feel really hot, and
Yeah.
I wondered what that was. And at first, I thought it was just hot in the room. And then there was about a few nurses in there, so like they come to check on me, saying I'm all right, and I said yeah because I just thought it was hot in the room.
Yeah.
And then a few minutes later, I'm much hotter, and I feel like my cander's really hot as well, like it's gonna burst or
Right.
something.
Yeah.
Um, and then I said no, I'm not all right, and then I all of a sudden struggled to breathe as well.
Jeez.
And then they put me on oxygen. Um,
Mm.
and then I ended up doing it after all that. I still continued it, but just very slowly. Um,
Yeah.
and I could feel my stomach as well, like acidy kind of like things
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. I mean, ever since like I've been diagnosed with Crohn's, I'm still sort of adjusting to the lifestyle it comes with.
Yeah,
I mean, because obviously I turned 18 as I was diagnosed with it. And obviously I still wanted to go out with my brother for nights out and all of that. Um, and they did say like drink does increase um a flare up. But like I did sort of speak to them. They did give me some like good advice. They said like I don't drink like I don't know like beer and all of that sort of stuff. And she said like if you do want to drink, like you can have maybe like a oh what are they called? Um like a vodka and like Coke, but like a small amount.
yeah,
Because like I still want to go, I still want to live life.
yeah. You go.
And yeah, and I just said, I just sort of spoke to her saying like, I still want to go out with my brother and all of that. I just want to know how to manage it over time.
Yeah, yeah. Like I guess if you're in a good place and you're doing better, like you're in no pain. And
Yeah,
like what I do with drink is I will drink like a special occasion, so it's like a birthday.
yes, yeah,
So like uh, like um like some of my friends would probably go out every weekend, and I don't if I even if I don't have Crohn's, I wouldn't want to do that every week, go out to pubs and stuff like that.
yeah,
Um
yeah,
um but I think yeah, just drink when you can, and
yeah,
just like you say, you can still got to live a life. You can still do stuff. Yeah, just sometimes you got to be a bit more careful than other people.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's like, it's not like just like drink is like the food. I'm still trying to learn what sort of foods like set it off and what foods like make it feel all right. And I think
Yeah,
over time I'll get the gist of it.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Well, one food that kind of triggered me was spicy food. Because I loved spicy food before.
yeah,
Um, so I would go out I would have like gaming nights, and um like, we would have kebab, and I would put all the chili sauce
yeah,
all over it. And then people think I was mad because I would have a drink every 3 seconds. And it wouldn't be nice the following morning, or
no,
but I just like the feeling. And then now, if I did get that, I would just dip it, which isn't as
yeah,
fun, but um,
yeah,
yes, spicy food is one thing I can't have. Well, I do more so now. So if I have a curry, it'll be a little bit spicy, but not completely. Um,
yes,
I can't have caffeine as well, so I stay away from caffeine. But to me, a decaf drink is doesn't taste much different really for me.
no. I've tasted them before. They don't really taste any different.
Yeah,
They're quite nice.
yeah. And when a person says to me, because of course we've got all the different taste buds, people say to me, "Oh, they taste completely different." I said, "But how?" Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've never tasted the difference.
No, like sometimes in the morning I have a decaf coffee. Um,
Yeah,
And yeah, I'll like that. Like
Mm.
like in Playhouse in Colchester, there's a decaf kind of machine which has like
Right.
it's not just a decaf, it has non-decaf in it as well. But I just thought
Yeah.
it's pretty cool if I did ever go out, and you don't have to drink all the time if you go out with your
No.
friends.
No.
So if you just find places like that
Yeah.
that have maybe stuff that's not alcoholic, because but at the same time it is nice when you do have that, and if it's a special occasion like with your birthday, like I guess like if
Yeah.
you're doing good, you want to have maybe a drink or something.
Yeah. Treat myself.
Yeah, treat yourself,
Mm.
because you only, I guess, are 19 once, aren't you?
Yeah. True.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so what are the other like kind of conditions that you have, Tom?
So I have a condition called lymphantechnasia, and that is a stomach condition. It's so obviously when you eat food, obviously in most foods there's fat in it,
Mm.
and not a body, other people's bodies would take the fat, and obviously it would go through the body and come out of it.
Yeah.
Well, my body, if I eat like a tiny bit of fat or whatever, it keeps it in the body because it doesn't know how to get rid of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. What else? I got um intracranial hypertension, which is a brain problem. Um, it was too much pressure on the brain, what used to make me quite violent at times, especially at school. Um, and it was the pressure hitting on a nerve in the brain.
Okay.
Um, and I actually lost 46% of my vision because of it. So that's why I wear my glasses.
Yeah.
Um, and but they done a lumbar puncture. They done a thing called brain bolt, uh, which they put like a bolt in like into your brain, and they run a tube out of it to read the pressure of your brain.
Mm.
Over time, I had three of those within the space of 2 years. Um, I have a immune system problem where I have to have a infusion at home every every month. Um, every 4 weeks, I have to have a infusion at home for my immune system. Otherwise, I can catch stuff very quickly.
Okay. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. I guess that um perhaps like, so how long have you had that immune system problem for?
Oh, since I was like 6, 7.
So similar age that you was diagnosed with colitis.
Yeah, similar time I was diagnosed with colitis, then obviously quite a few years later diagnosed with Crohn's. And
Yeah.
obviously with Crohn's comes an immune system problem.
Yeah.
So they put the milligrams up last time I saw them because I had Crohn's now, and they said there's a even bigger risk now you've got Crohn's because Crohn's obviously lowers your immune system sometimes. So they put it up obviously to make sure that I don't catch anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't I guess because like it makes your, I guess, your immune system even more vulnerable. Um,
Yes, it does. Yeah.
yeah, even though you'll take your infusion, but I guess that still is affected.
Yeah.
Whether you take that or not. Um, so yeah, I get you got to be super careful then. Like wherever
I
you
know.
go.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. Because what I do whenever I go to maybe a restaurant, I always clean the surface. because like like the table like
Yes, yeah.
like you could eat on because
Mm,
and then people look at me and like, well look and I was like, what I'm doing because I don't, I just do it just so it makes me feel better. That
yeah,
I bring like COVID wipes, like anti-bac wipes, just
yeah.
to if I'm gonna do that. But I haven't done that in a while. Last time I did that was probably my birthday last year. Um,
Mm,
it's where I was in Peterborough. Was I did skydive, so I did all that and um
yeah.
but yeah, like yeah, you just gotta be extra careful, don't you? Like just think about other things that maybe
Mm,
you wouldn't think about before.
yeah. I mean, like, I don't, to be fair, I don't put myself in like in big sort of places. Like, I mean, if I go on a night out or something, then obviously it's impossible to avoid people in a nightclub.
Yeah,
Um, so normally I'll have like a shower when I get back and obviously clean, um, like put some antibacterial stuff on my hands. And I mean, I try the best I can do.
yeah, you got to try.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, with when COVID first came about, I mean, I was like, well, I felt like I was locked in the house for 2.5 years.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, did you ever have you ever had COVID? Oh,
Um, well, there was a time where it said I was positive, but I didn't even feel any different.
mm,
But then it was very weird because I'd done the test. It says I was positive, and then I thought, all right, I'll wait for 24 hours. I'll do another one. Done the one the next day, and it said negative.
mm,
So, I mean, I don't think I have. I don't think I have because I didn't feel any different.
yeah,
Not even like a slight cough or a bunged up nose. I had nothing.
yeah,
Yeah. So that was good.
yeah,
I didn't get it.
yeah. That was very good because
Mm,
especially if all your like Crohn's colitis I mean
yeah.
kind of stuff
Yeah.
it's good because like you say
Mm,
the vulnerable to catch like anything can be a little bit worse
yeah.
um but I haven't got it either I went home shortly I was at college once and I went home because someone
Mm,
sneezed like as an assistant helper and I ran out the classroom because
yeah.
they sneezed and didn't put hands on the mouth or anything um and
It's a bit bad. That's quite bad.
yeah, and I left my bag in there. I didn't think.
Mm,
I waited till everyone left. I hid around the
yeah.
corridor and I went in to get my bag, and then I saw this helper later on in the day, and they actually come up to me and said how was your hospital appointment? And then because sometimes I go to hospital, and then
Yeah.
I say
Yeah.
and I said, oh, I didn't go to hospital. Why do you think that? I said, and he says, well, you left the class, and I said, yeah, I left because of you. You sneeze, and like COVID is about and that, and you just don't know. And then and teacher was like, I don't have COVID, and it's like you don't know that, and then I kind of questioned her, well, why didn't you put your hand on the mouth when you sneezed then? And I said, oh, I have a
Yeah.
really sore back. And then I thought, I just went, all right. But and then I thought to myself, I don't think a back has any control over your arms.
Oh, your hands.
Yeah, all your hands, yeah. And yeah, I thought that was crazy.
Yeah.
And after that, I just said I'm going home because it was a big environment. And then I ended up doing like you staying indoors. Got a letter from the government and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Um,
got a letter from the government.
Um, and then it was very confusing, wasn't it? From
It
like
was.
because you a long time like shielding our category kind of were and was said you got to stay in, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
everyone can do what they want. Really.
No, no. It was a confusing time.
Yeah. It was a
Yeah,
confusing time, but what I thought was the best time to actually go out was when it was actually locked down because a lot of people would be
yeah,
indoors, wouldn't they? And like
yeah,
I think that perhaps they should have said that would that like maybe at the start when it weren't locked down was a good decision to keep or maybe all of the children people indoors. But when lockdowns
yeah,
began, maybe they I did it anyway, but for maybe other people that they still stayed indoors, maybe they should advise them to do that.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but um, but yeah, it is crazy. Even when you go to hospital or doctor's appointments now, um,
yeah,
like sometimes I have to ask them, can you wear a mask or
mm,
something? And then yeah, just so it keeps you safe, really. I try at
yeah.
least.
I mean, yeah, I still wear a mask if I go into a hospital and that.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, yeah. Um, it is best to take one just to uh
yeah,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, it just makes obviously you feel a little bit safer, and obviously I've got a vulnerable nan and nephews and nieces as well. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Got to try and keep everyone safe a little bit.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, it is good to like talk about it and stuff. Like,
yeah.
have you met like a few people with like made friends with like Crohn's and colitis like since you've been diagnosed?
No, no, I haven't. To be
Yeah,
fair,
yeah. You have, yeah,
I never really know where to look.
yeah. You have now.
Um,
I'm with friends, so there we go.
we are friends.
Yeah,
That is one.
yeah,
Um, but no, I mean, I've never known really where to look. I mean, I've always wanted to get more involved in like the Crohn's and colitis like sort of world, but I just never really know where to begin.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is tough. Um,
Mm.
like to find people. Like when I was diagnosed, I didn't talk much about it because I was diagnosed in year 11 at
Yeah.
school. Um,
Hmm.
so not often a lot of people. Well, I think a lot of people did in a way because I think I arranged a everyone wore purple for Crohn's and colitis.
Yes. Yeah.
And that happened. I went on about it because and then I think there was a football match for it as
Mm.
well, which is actually it was pretty cool that actually happened and everything.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, at the time I was diagnosed, it was like exams and everything. Um,
Mm. God.
um, in um in year 11.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was near. I was 17. I think I might have turned 18 that year.
Yeah.
So I got diagnosed at October time. And I wasn't the best time of year, but
No,
um,
not
I didn't go out
not
for
a good.
Halloween. Didn't go out for Halloween.
No.
But yeah, it was good. It was good to get a diagnosis, but I didn't create like podcast or talk about it like this, like publicly
No.
more towards maybe when the pandemic started. I probably had more
Yeah.
time and I felt more comfortable, and that's where I maybe met more people and speak to them. Um
Yeah.
but yeah, it's good when you have a good or some people that like that you speak to
But
about it.
yeah, with that, like understand your situation.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because like you have your family and everything, but they won't know like how it feels. Um,
No. No. I mean, to be fair, I have my brother. He suffers from colitis. So I do speak to him sometimes. Um, but he's quite a bad one because he doesn't, well, in a way, look after his condition.
mm,
Because when he was 16, he got transferred to adult sort of care, and the doctor said, "There doesn't look like there's anything wrong with you. You can just come off all your medication." So that is what he did. And obviously, after so long, like he's been off his medication now for at least five, no, 4 to 5 years. And after so long, if you want to go back on them, it's so difficult to go back onto them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it it is, and like you got. I guess you got to try and look after yourself. Um,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I've always looked after myself. He's just there. He just doesn't really.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You have to tell him, won't you?
Yeah. We do always speak about it, and I mean, he owns his own business and that, so it's not like he has to go out and go to London every day and that.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Like,
but yeah,
but perhaps in the future you might be able to transfer to Colchester one day. Um, um,
yeah,
but
hopefully,
yeah, because London, is it every 2 weeks that every 6 weeks, isn't it? Um,
yeah, every six
uh,
weeks.
yeah, yeah. So like when's your next one? Like when do you got your next infusion for your Crohn's?
Oh, shoot.
Is it like what? Have you had your last one not long ago?
I think it's on the 20th, no, the 24th or 5th of Feb.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
I hope that goes all right.
thank you,
Yeah,
thank you. I'm sure it will. It goes all right every time.
I'm sure it will as
I've
well.
I got over the 10th time, so it's all right.
Yeah, yeah. If you got over the
Yeah.
10th one, that should be all right. So because it's weird, because like everyone with Crohn's or colitis has a different experience to everything. Um,
Yes, yeah, they do.
so like I had a reaction, you might not have a
Yeah,
reaction. Um,
no,
like we spoke about azathioprine, I don't want it to be on the rest of my life because
mm.
that I think that's what I know. Infliximab does lower your immune system, but azathioprine does as well. And I think
Yes, it does.
um, and it's like having a low immune system is bad enough than being on all these medications. So, fingers
Yeah,
crossed we get off them all one day and we can live
yeah,
a
hopefully.
live a good life where like we won't have to worry. Or we'll always worry, but we won't have to think. Oh look, we're on these certain medications that um don't work. But
Sometimes doing more harm than good.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes. But yeah, um, but it's good to I guess like it's good to talk about because you don't talk about certain things around. It's kind of private sometimes, like Crohn's, colitis.
yes,
Probably
yeah,
you're probably not going to say it to your friends maybe at school or college, like all the ins and out about it. But
no.
yeah,
But once you get diagnosed with it, I think it's always good to join the Crohn's and Colitis UK group.
yeah,
Because if you do need like advice or help, there is so many people on there who would help you.
yeah. It is a very good group. Um,
Yeah,
I think last year I was because on the Crohn's and colitis site you can put your like you can write like a little paragraph about yourself so they can share your story.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
and I did that, and one of the people from Crohn's and Colitis rang me up, and I spoke to them about my story on the phone, and then they shared it on the page, which was pretty cool. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, it's a good way for like I know a lot of people, I know some people that have never spoken about maybe their story like publicly before, and then they share it on Crohn's and Colitis UK, and you get a lot of good
yeah,
comments about it, and like a lot of people,
yeah.
because
I mean, I've never actually done that. I might try it.
yeah. It is pretty cool.
Yeah,
There's other pages like Crohn's and Colitis pages as well, which you can
yeah,
show your story. Like once I shared it on there, like people saw it, and other people asked me like, "Can I show your story?" and stuff like that. And I thought, why not?
yeah, yeah. Why not?
Why not? But yeah, it was pretty cool because I spoke about Crohn's and autism as well, so it was very interesting to speak
Yeah,
about it.
Yeah.
And like you have a few famous people now speaking out about Crohn's and colitis, which I guess helps
Yes.
maybe like newly diagnosed people to get diagnosed or not, or
Yeah.
just to speak about it, because
There's more awareness out there.
yeah, there is definitely
Yeah.
more awareness now than there used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, well, Tom, I hope you've enjoyed coming on the podcast.
Yeah, it's been good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's been really fun. Um, I hope you have a nice birthday.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Well, by the time this come out, you would have your birthday, but I'm just saying it now. Yeah.
No,
All right.
thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you, and thank you to everyone who's listening and watching, and hope you have a nice spring, and everyone has a nice rest of your day. So thanks, Tom.
No worries. Thank you.